And as per Prime Minister's office, so far about 3.5 crore people have took part in various programs, and crore means nothing, but in the coming days or in the coming years, more people should come and associate with such programs, and they will, while involving in such programs, they themselves will get fit, and the message will be propagated to every citizen of India, so that all people should get into this kind of programs and get benefited out of it. And this program has a pledge. Before every program, the participants take a pledge, the fitness pledge we call, and it reads like this: I promise to myself. See, I promise to myself that I will devote time for physical activity by sports every day. It's every day. And I will encourage my family members and neighbors to be physically fit and make India a fit nation. So this was the fitness pledge, which was announced by the program organizers. And before every program, this pledge was taken by the participants of each program. So it was a wonderful move, that the message given to the citizen, the importance of fitness and making others, or taking others to this program. And I said this was the need of the hour. It should be taken in such a way that every citizen should come and join with such programs. And we know involving in physical activity doesn't need any investment. Just you come out of your home, get involved somewhere, let it be any kind of play, any kind of physical activity, or running, jogging, jumping, whatever it is. But the returns are unlimited. In many ways, it could be the physical health point of view, or mental point of view, or social point of view. The returns are unlimited, and you need no investment. And we know this initiative was done only because we talk of technological advancements. Everywhere there are advancements in different technologies, but to some extent I say these advancements has an adverse effect on the health of the people. Just for example, you take even our household works, or the agriculture sector, or agriculture jobs, I mean, or the factory jobs, everything has been replaced by machines. And this mechanization actually in turn increased the leisure time of the people. And the danger comes here, because this leisure time the people never use wisely. The increased leisure time, they become sedentary, they confine themselves to modern technologies like tablets. What sedentary lifestyle leads to many health complications like obesity, or cardiovascular diseases, whatever it is. And function, what I mean is the functional health decline could be seen nowadays, and even at the younger adult ages, because the only thing is they are sedentary, they are not at all physically involved anywhere. So one side we say mechanization is good, and other side we say mechanization has an adverse effect on the health of the people. But the thing is, the people should use it wisely and make arrangements to stay fit and healthy throughout their life. And talking about this program or Fit India campaign, the universities, the education institutions are actively involved. Many organizations, apart from universities or education institutions, many sports organizations or many non-governmental organizations are part of this program and make many contributions in this field. And this movement is meant for the people. This is not at all a government program or central government or state government or local body government program. This program meant for the people, and the people should take up and get benefit out of it. Many deliberations are going on to refining this program at different levels. You know, once our Prime Minister, on the first anniversary, I think it was during September 2020, to September 24th, 2020, on first anniversary of this program, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi had a conversation with fitness experts. This was telecasted by many of the medias in the country. And this was a fruitful conversation because it covered many areas like nutrition, then fitness, and the associated programs. Uh, Persons like Virat Kohli, the Indian cricket team captain Virat Kohli, and many have took part in that conversation, and it was a fruitful one. So the programs are on. The only thing, the message has to reach to every Indian citizen. That is the main thing. And associated with this campaign, I think we should see what physical literacy is. This is a major area where researches are being going on, and I am going to talk on this topic based on the recommendations or a document published by a non-governmental organization called Sports for Life. It's a Canadian charitable trust. Sports for Life. They have made a document for the government of Canada that the people of Canada, how they should develop this physical literacy or the total health of Canadian people. And they have made a wonderful document. If you feel, you can just Google it on internet, like Sports for Life or Canadian non-governmental organization Sports for Life, and you will see the document there. It is a wonderful document, because we also in India, we also should have such blueprints. You know, we have programs, we make many things, but there is no backup or no documentation. So we should have a blueprint, and if we go as per the blueprint, then the result would be assessed, and whether it is we have achieved the aim, or there are corrections needed, everything we come to know. So physical literacy is a major area where, as Indians, or the program we have started 1 year back, and we should focus into this area, physical literacy. I'll talk to you in detail what the Canadian documents say. See, actually, they have given a definition: physical literacy. it reads like this: physical literacy is the motivation, confidence, physical competence, knowledge, and understanding to value and take responsibility for engagement in physical activities for life. This is given by International Physical Literacy Association in 2014. Physical literacy is the motivation, confidence, physical competence, knowledge, and understanding to value and take responsibility for engagement in physical activities. This is physical literacy. And it refers to a mass. It should start from each citizen and it should reach to the whole country. That is called that is the main aim behind it. The literacy, we heard of literacy in many ways, academic literacy, whatever it is, but the physical literacy is the motivation, the confidence, the physical competence, knowledge, and understanding for engagement in physical activity. That is physical literacy. And as Indians, or we are through a program called Fit India, and we have to focus on this, because if there is no physical literacy, whatever program we plan, we organize is going to be a waste. The first thing, it has to go to the mass. It has to go to every citizens or every community, so that we reach the ultimate aim, that is the fit, healthy India. And as per this document given by this non-governmental organization, Sports for Life, it's a lifelong affair. Physical literacy is a lifelong affair. It starts from a child who joins, or from infant stage till he attain maybe 90 or so, or the adult age. So it is a lifelong affair. And if at all we want children to be active in life, they need to develop this physical literacy at a younger age. Physical activity is a lot more fun when you are physically literate. You know, that is the main idea behind it. Once you are physically literate, wherever you go, whatever activities you do becomes a fun. And this has to be developed at the younger age. As I said earlier, we should check out programs to reach to the total children of the country. And this literacy has to start from the schools, or from the children in the family, or wherever it is. So this becomes, when this becomes, or the people becomes literate, I said the physical activity comes a fun, and more often they come and participate in many physical activities. And this physical literacy has three elements. You know, it is motivation and confidence, that is the affective level of it. Then physical competence, the physical level, and knowledge and understanding, the cognitive level, or the psychology behind it. And we'll talk in detail what motivation and confidence is. The affective, we know the meaning of what motivation is. There should be a motivation. This motivation and confidence is referred to an individual's enthusiasm, or their enjoyment they get out of it, or self-assurance in adopting physical activity as an integral part of their life. This, whether he participates in a sport, or adopting any exercise program, or having fun with friends, for anything they need motivation. And motivation will be higher when the individual believes that okay, I can perform it. So this is the confidence part of it. When the individual believes that I can do it, then the confidence come in. The confidence comes with the practice and mastery of skill. The continuous practice makes him confident. And it's like believing in your abilities and having the confidence to try new things because you have a history of success. When you do something successfully, your confidence level naturally increases. So practice gives you more confidence, and this is associated with the physical component, physical competence, that the other component of physical literacy or other element of physical literacy, physical competence, how it relate to physical competence. Okay, now see what physical competence is. Physical competence refers to an individual's ability to develop movement skills and patterns and capacity to experience a variety of movement intensities and durations. How gracefully, how efficiently one can perform a movement, that is physical competence, or the ability of our body to make movements. And if you have a better physical competence, your confidence level will be high. That's what I said before. So motivation and confidence, physical competence, and the third is knowledge and understanding. Knowledge and understanding includes the ability to identify and express the essential qualities that influence movement. So this is the knowledge, the science behind movement, or the essential qualities that influence a movement. Then again, understand the health benefits of the movements and taking appropriate safety measures. This is also comes under knowledge and understanding. These are cognitive elements. Once we come to know the importance of getting into physical activities, or the needed qualities for performing any physical activity, or the safety measures we have to take during execution of any physical activity, these are all knowledge and understanding. And these three elements are very crucial when you talk of, or when you develop physical literacy. These three elements has to be taken care of. And this is a physical literacy wheel. This is also issued by Sports for Life Canada. See, physical literacy is the motivation, the physical competence, and confidence to be active for life. Physical literacy is the motivation for to be active for life. Physical literacy is the physical competence to be active for life, and physical literacy is the confidence to be active for life. This is the physical literacy wheel issued by Sports for Life Canada. And in other words, we say the engagement physical activity, or if at all you want to sustain in any of the physical activity, I said the physical literacy is a lifelong process. If at all you want to sustain in it, these four components are to be taken care of: the motivation, the competence, the confidence, and the knowledge and understanding of movement or safety measures. This has to be taken care of while we develop physical literacy. And physical literacy in the sense, the it is the sustained engagement in physical activity. Now when these elements come together, these elements come together, involvement in physical activity, that's I have already told you that these elements come together, physical activity becomes fun. Humans are inherently pleasure seeking. We avoid activities that we dislike. We never feel like doing when it gives any bitter experience. So uh, the activities or whatever we involve in, wherever we involve in, it should give you enjoyment or pleasure. Humans are inherently pleasure seeking. We need pleasure, and we continue with it if it gives enjoyment. So always create a positive feeling towards physical activity, and then only we say that literacy, the physical literacy is developing. Now the question is why, or why physical literacy, or what for such movements are being come into our life. Why should we value and promote physical literacy? We know whatever we do, it's not that it I am get benefited out of it, but the benefit goes to my family, the benefit goes to my community, and ultimately the benefit goes to the country. So the health and wellness of the nation is important. When you take care of your health, you are making the country healthy. So that is the ultimate aim of uh, developing physical literacy in a country or a community. And we know in the past, children developed physical literacy through involving in many unstructured plays. We as children in our olden days, we used to play many games. And now you see the condition of the children today. When they get a free time, they go to any of the rooms, and they engage in their own electronic gadgets like tablets or mobile phone, whatever it is. They lead a completely sedentary life. That I already told you, it has an adverse effect on the health of the children. Sedentary lifestyles, more dependency on technology, and changes in the nature of work, that is also very important. Earlier, whatever we were doing it manually. Just for example, take your own household things. We used to wash clothes manually. Now the things has been replaced by washing machines. The machines will do it for you. And the grinding, you take everywhere, the even cleaning of rooms. Now the automatic systems have come. Just uh, the machine will go and clean all your rooms, everything, dust, everything, it cleans. So these kinds of advancements, or this more dependency on technology, affect the development of physical literacy. The countries, we are talking about the country as a whole, the physical literacy of the community, the physical literacy of the country. And this kind of dependency on technologies, at the outset I said the technological advancements have an adverse effect on the health of the people. And these kinds of more dependency will lead to uh, uh, many lifestyle diseases and ailments. And World Health Organization in 2018, they have given a statistics like largely no due to lack of awareness and investment, global progress to increase physical activity has been slow. The physical effort given by people are becoming less year by year. Levels of inactivity will actually increase as communities develop economically, particularly due to changes in transportation methods, increases in technology use and urbanization. The levels of inactivity level increases due to increased technological advancements or the modern changes in transportation methods or urbanization. These all led to increased inactivity level, and has to be seriously addressed too. In some countries, the levels of inactivity reaches up to 70%. See, only 30% are 30% people are active as per the desired standards. 70% people are inactive. Again, the social and cultural values also influence physical activity levels. And in some countries, some marginalized population have fewer opportunity to access to such physical programs, physical activity programs. And this statistics is given by WHO in 2018. What I wanted to say is globally, the leisure time of people increases. As a result, the sedentary living of the people increases. And this is an alarming situation because during this pandemic, we have seen many have lost their lives. The vaccine is now come out, but the vaccines give only 70% protection. 70% protection. Up to now, it has been 1 year. Up to now, the people survived only because they were the immunity level and the health standard of the people were much higher. Those who were weak or due to many diseases, the physically weak persons succumbed to death because the immune system, the health standard were poor and they could not resist to this particular disease, COVID-19. So active lifestyle improves your immunity. Many studies have been proved it. Active lifestyle improves your immunity, your health standard, and this is what the crux which I have given to you. Now, why physical literacy, or what for we go for physical literacy in a country? I said the literacy has to be monitored every stage. Development of physical literacy can lead to active participation. The first point is active participation. Why physical literacy is needed? The main point is active participant, that make you participate actively in our life, or throughout. Each one of us is engaged in many activities, meaningful, might be the household works, or riding bikes, or hiking with friends. So we engage in many physical activities, recreative plays, or performing martial arts, performing dance. And what is important is people acquire proficiency of movements. When you do something, you're it's like you are practicing it. The proficiency of movement improves. And when the proficiency of movement improves, you, without your knowledge, you actively start participating in such movements. So this is what active participation is meant for. And next point is the safety measure. The safety, why how physical literacy promotes safety. Physical literacy promotes safety through acquiring physical and psychological competency, which in turn reduces the risk of physical or psychological injuries from active participation. When you participate in any of the movements, many safety measures we have to take. And if we know the safety measures, we can reduce the risk of getting injury, or it can be physical injury or psychological injury, whatever it is. So physical literacy includes movement competencies in land. So our movement varies. Many times we move in air. So while you jump and the body is projected in air, and what all safety measures we have to take while you are in air or in water. Many times you are taken to water. What all safety measures I have to take? This, or for example, in slippery surfaces, while you walk in slippery surfaces, what all measures I have to take? So these kinds of informations or safety measures will reduce the risk of injuries. The third point is the durability. Durability means the combination of physical, mental, and social resources that allow an individual to persist and endure challenges to achieve his or her goals. How long you sustain, that is the durability. Take example, you running a marathon. It requires a lot of physical pressure, a lot of mental pressure. And if you know, or if you practice, this becomes, you can easily overcome this physical load or mental load, whatever it is. So training to run a marathon requires physical and mental toughness to complete these events. And completing this event, marathon run is about 46 kilometers long. And to complete this event shows durability under such challenging, like physical and mental challenging situations. So this is what is called durability, and physical literacy gives you durability. Next is the health and well-being. Greater participation in physical activities reduce many chronic diseases. Like I have already told you, the lifestyle diseases like hypertension or diabetes, obesity. These kinds of chronic illness can be reduced with participating in physical activities. So the general health and well-being of people is taken care of while the physical literacy is made. Now, the next point is the individual potential. See, we each one of us have some level of potential, and many times we do not know what our potential is. But by involving in any physical activity, that will realize you what your potential is. Physical literacy facilitates participation, which allows individuals to achieve their goals and reach their own level of mastery in given tasks. They will come to know, or the one who involves in physical activities, they come to know their limitations, their potential, and easily they attain their goals. And again, this physical literacy or the individual potential is the key to achieve personal growth and development through movement. Now comes the education. Many research studies have shown that the knowledge and skills acquired in health and physical education or participation in physical activity will enhance the everyday experience of the students and help them to lead a healthy life. I'm talking about the children, the school children. While they participate in physical activities, they learn many things, the movement patterns, how to fall, how to run, how to jump. So these kinds of experiences they get ultimately give them or help them to lead a healthy and happy, active life in the future. Now, the last point is excellence in sports and performing arts. It's quite clear the physical literacy leads to excellence in sport. In any of the higher level tournaments or whatever other performing arts like dance or circus, most individuals need to develop superlative physical qualities. I'm talking about the higher level tournaments. Higher level tournaments, they need a very high amount of physical qualities, motor qualities, we say. They require advanced proficiency of movements. Then only they can perform higher level movements, higher level movements. And this demands a thorough expression of physical literacy that one can imagine. The physical literacy is needed in the excellence of any of the sport or performing arts. So these are the points which we should keep it in mind while we develop physical literacy. And physical literacy in different stages. I told physical literacy is a lifelong process. We cannot give a generalized statement that the child should go this way, or the total population should move like this. There could be different strategies for different stages of life, in early childhood, in adolescence, or in adult and older years. The physical the strategy of physical literacy for a child differs from the strategy of adolescent. And in the later slides you will come to know what actually it is. As people now, I said there are 4 stages: early childhood, adolescent, and adult. Out of which the participants, I think you come under adolescence or adult and older days. Okay, I'll confine only to adult and older days, because other 3, with the time frame, I cannot complete all those 3. So I'll confine only to adult, because it refers to the participants, adult and older years. So we'll see what adult and older years, what to do, the physical literacy, how the physical literacy is developed in adult and older years. As people get old, the focus of physical literacy should be to support durability, safety, and quality of life. The main focus should be given to active living, durability, safety, and maintaining. Quality of life as we age depends largely on staying physically active, which require maintaining physical literacy. So the physical literacy has to be physical literacy in adult and older years should be focused on active living, durability, and safety measures. Due to the age, they may have many physical limitations. So help them in active, active, then continue with the physical activities that the durability and safety measures. There are chances of injuries. So the safety measures, which are the safety measures they have to take, these points are to be focused while developing physical developing physical literacy of adult years. Now, another point is the independence. In older people, we usually see they value their independence. They never want anyone to help them. They need to move themselves. They need to do all their daily tasks themselves. So they value their independence. And these kinds of physical literacy should focus on their independence. Make them do independently the things. The main focus should be making them doing things independently. So this could be the strategy while you plan physical literacy for adult. And simple activities are sufficient to promote essential physical literacy for health and safety. We do not go for any planned or systematic exercise programs for the adult. Simple activities are enough. Like moderate cardiovascular, CV is cardiovascular. Moderate cardiovascular means, cardio means something related to heart, vascular means the arteries or the lungs and blood vessels. Cardiovascular exercise means the exercise which affects your heart and lungs. So moderate cardiovascular exercise like brisk walking or recreational activities that elevate the heart rate. Their heart rate has to be elevated. Not too much, moderate, and produce a raised body temperature and sweat. That is enough for adult people. Moderate range of exercise just to elevate their heart rate and just raise a raise in body temperature and just sweat. That is enough for older people. Then strengthening exercise to maintain muscle mass, muscle tone, and muscle functions. As we age, we lose the muscle mass, we lose the muscle tone, we lose many muscular functions. So to strengthen those, just simple strengthening exercise to maintain the muscle mass, muscle tone, and muscle functions. Now, certain stability and balance activities, because as we age, we know we have balance problems, we have stability problems. So some exercise could be included to reduce the risk of falling, because there are chances of fall. So some stability and balance exercise should be included in the program of the older people. Then flexibility. Flexibility is the range of movement around joints. Older people, we see a low range of movements around joints. So flexibility activities to maintain range of motion around various joints. Some flexibility activities. Then activities that are fun and engaging and provide an opportunity for increased social connectedness. This is very important at the age, adult age or older age. They need social acceptance. They need social connectedness. So activities that give them fun activities that give them increased social connectedness has to be taken care of. These programs are to be included in adult physical literacy programs. And again, as people reach upper ages of active for life, activities may need to be modified to accommodate diminished physical capacity or impairment. We know it. The people in their olden days, their physical capacity will be minimized or in a diminished state. This has to be taken care of while preparing programs for them. However, those who are able to maintain physical literacy will improve their chances of remaining independent and enjoying life to the fullest. Earlier, I said the older people, they need to be independent everywhere they associate with. So the higher the physical literacy or higher the involvement in physical activities, the chances of remaining independent and enjoying life is becomes or they improve the chance of remaining independent or enjoying life to the fullest. Now, these are the recommendations given by WHO. What all programs should be included in or how the programs are to be framed for children or adults. This is the global recommendations, and it can differ from country to country or continent to continent, because there are a lot of climatical changes, there are a lot of socio-economic changes, or this is a global recommendation and it differs. Children and youth aged 5 to 17 should accumulate at least 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous intensity physical activity daily. It's a daily basis. 1 hour a child has to play. 1 hour, 60 minutes of play is needed for a child. Children has to play 60 minutes of exercise, moderate, vigorous. That is also important. So to some extent, it has to be vigorous. And this has to be done daily. For adults, they should do at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic physical activity throughout the week. The week means maybe there are 7 days, but we say 5 days per week, that is enough. Adult 5 days per week, one has to exercise 150 minutes per week. That means per day about 30 minutes. Half an hour exercise is compulsory for adult. So this is the recommendation given by World Health Organization. So this is what physical literacy is, and at the outset I said India has to focus on this kind of a document called physical literacy, without which whatever we do is going to be a waste. So this is what Fit India and physical literacy is all about. Now I'll just share, what is the time? 2:55. Okay, another 30 minutes. Okay. Now again, I want to give you some more informations, because we are through a movement called Fit India. And what I do is just sharing the information, whatever I know, I am sharing with you. And it is your responsibility as executives, like elite level people. Your responsibility is just give the information in your family, in your surroundings, or with your share with your friends, with your neighbors. And if it continues after or 3 or 4 or 5 years, we could achieve the aim of getting India fit. So the information which I give you has to be propagated down wherever you associate with. Just pass it on. And I'll be talking on health and fitness, a very vital part of getting everyone fit. What everyone should know what health means or what fitness means, because the awareness on these terms will make you motivated. That will bring you to doing physical activity every day, and that is what actually physical literacy means, just making everyone aware of uh, the message. Now health, it's a general term. We heard everywhere what health, the people, he is healthy or she is healthy, but actually the World Health Organization has given a definition called health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease. The absence of disease cannot be termed as health. Many people used to say, so I have not I am now 60 years of age, or I am now 50 years of, I have not even a single time I have visited any hospitals, or I have not undergone any surgeries or whatever it is. So this is not the determinant of health. Health is something, a general term. It includes physical, it includes mental, and it includes social elements. So it's a general term. It has got three dimensions: physical, mental, and social. Physical means what are the outward look, your height, your weight, or your look, body, nature, your stature, the outward look. That is what physical is. And mental health is something different: how you resist mental tensions, or how you relieve mental stress, how you handle mental stress. That is mental health. Social means how you interact or how you behave with society. So these three dimensions are to be taken care of. These three dimensions are balanced, then only we say one person is healthy. Now move on to fitness. What fitness says: fitness is the ability to carry out daily tasks with vigor and vitality. You know, my work differs from the work of a porter who carry weight in their heads or hands, or the work of a clerk differs from that of a teacher. So the fitness level of each person differs. So the daily tasks, if you can carry out the daily tasks with vigor and vitality, then we say you are fit. So fitness is more a specific term. It reveals the physical part of uh, the physical part of the activity. Physical fitness is the ability to carry out daily tasks with vigor and vitality. Now, fitness is a holistic feeling or state of well-being, but we feel good when you do any task. We feel, if we feel good, then we say we are fit. Now the fitness also consists of different motor qualities like endurance, speed, strength, flexibility, coordination, etc. I hope these terms are familiar to you. Endurance means the ability to prolong a task, or how long you can uh, do a task. Speed is how quick you can do a task. Strength means the ability to overcome the ability to overcome any stress. That is strength. Flexibility is the range of movement around your joints. Flexibility. Coordination, that you coordinate two parameters. Or I walk on a narrow road, so I have to have a coordination to make my body to without falling sidewards. So this is all the combination of movements. When you do, then we say you are a coordinated persons. Now, why health or why fitness? The importance of health and fitness. We know, I have already told in the beginning that the sedentary living or the obesity is increasing year by year globally. And as a result, the number of deaths related to these kinds of sedentary living increases, and it is approximately 500,000 per year. See, just see the statistics. 500,000 per year dies due to sedentary living. And again, depending more on technology and changes in the nature of work of the people, from physical to mental. So earlier we were doing manually all the household work or whatever it is, agriculture or factory works, we were doing it manually. Now it has been changed to mental work, because every work is done by machines. So the change of nature of work from physical to mental made them more sedentary. They are inactive, the people are inactive, and they increased their leisure time. They actually they waste, even they are not wisely using the leisure time. And again, the economic standard of the country has also a direct link with the health standard of the people. When the people are healthy, when the health standard of the people is high, naturally the economic standard of the country also will go high. And again, money spent on medical facilities can be saved. If all people are healthy, then the money spent on medical facilities, the hospitals or the medicines, this could be saved. And we have heard the phrase that health is wealth. Health is wealth. If you have health, you can have wealth. You can earn wealth. But with wealth, you cannot buy health. So this is the philosophy behind such a saying, health is wealth. If you have health, you can gain wealth. You can earn wealth. But with wealth, you cannot buy health. You have to attain health. So health or fitness is the key to education, the key to success, key to good citizenship, and ultimately a happy life. Now, another concept is exercise. We heard the term exercise. We know what exercise is. Exercise is a physical activity that is planned, structured movement designed to enhance physical fitness. Physical fitness can be enhanced through exercise. It is planned. Many times we can, if at all you can plan, even the household works can be converted to exercise. If you plan it in such a way, you can be converted even the household works to exercises. And these exercises are vital to optimal health. Health, I have already told you what health is, and exercise is a vital part of optimal health. Now, the two kinds of exercise, or the depending upon where the energy is derived from. Two kinds of exercise. The exercise is divided into two categories, like aerobic exercise and anaerobic exercise. See, this is also you must have heard in your school times what aerobic and what anaerobic exercises. But again, I remind you of these things because it's a part of physical literacy, reminding these things and making aware of all these things. If you know the benefit of these things, you will have a tendency to make it in your life, or you continue with the physical activities. Aerobic exercises are those exercises done with with the energy, and those energy released from with the help of oxygen. Aerobic exercise require oxygen for energy release. Anaerobic exercise does not require oxygen for the release of energy. So I'll make it very little more clear. When you see what happens when you start an exercise program, initially, the respiratory system plays a vital role in energy supply. We know to perform an exercise, we need energy. This energy is supplied by the blood, essential nutrients, essential oxygen, everything is supplied by blood. So the circulatory system plays a vital role in exercise. We know we inhale oxygen, and this oxygen is the gaseous exchange takes place in lungs. The oxygen is exchanged to the blood, and the blood goes to the heart pumps this oxygenated or oxygen rich blood to different cells of the body, and the different cells in your body gets oxygenated blood, and the metabolism takes place. So this is the basic system. Now, when you start any exercise program, the first thing is, as I said, you need energy to start any movement. So this energy comes from the ATPs. Like ATPs are the adenosine triphosphates, the energy carriers. The energy supplies, that are ATPs. These ATPs are the main source of energy. So initially, the energy comes from the stores of muscle glycogen. There are hundreds of the many muscles have storages, the glycogen storages in your muscles, and the initial part or initial energy liberation comes from the muscular glycogen, and it doesn't need any oxygen. Directly, the glycogen converts to ATPs, and ATP liberates energy. So this is the anaerobic system, where without oxygen, the energy is released. But in aerobic activities, suppose this can be these anaerobic exercises can be extended only maybe seconds or minutes, maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes, the anaerobic exercise, because by this time the energy sources or the energy reserves, the energy stored in the muscles get over. The storage is over. and you cannot proceed without energy. So after 2 minutes, then the other system, the aerobic system, come into existence. The energy supply comes from other sources, and other sources means the energy is stored in the form of glycogen in many areas, many liver. A particular amount of glycogens are stored in liver, then again in adipose tissues, like we call it fat, around your belly. The adipose tissues are stored the fat, excess fat which you eat. So when you do aerobic exercise with the help of oxygen, these fats molecules are depleted and liberates ATPs. It needs oxygen. So with the help of oxygen, this fat is depleted. Now you will come to know what kind of exercise we prefer for reducing fat. The aerobic exercises are the best to burn your fat, only because for aerobic exercise, the energy is taken from fat molecules stored in adipose tissue. So these are the informations which you can practice in your daily life. Because when you do any kind of physical activity, if you can separate it, what kind of exercise I am doing, is it anaerobic or aerobic? If you can differentiate it, then you are going to be successful in planning your daily activity, physical activity, I mean. So aerobic and anaerobic activities are the two categories of exercise based on the energy source from where the energy is taken. I said any physical activity with increased oxygen take is aerobic exercise. It is less intense but of longer duration. Marathon running is a kind of aerobic exercise because most of the energy comes from the fat tissue, fatty acids, or the liver glycogen. Aerobic exercises are of longer duration. Main source of energy is fat. Improves endurance, improves cardiovascular efficiency. So these are the specialities of aerobic exercise. Anaerobic exercise do not require oxygen for releasing energy. Exercise of high intensity but short duration. Anaerobic exercise would be high intensity but short duration. Use carbohydrates as energy source. Improves motor qualities like speed, explosive. See, the quickness, the speed, the explosive strength. These are the qualities which is improved with anaerobic exercises. Now we move on to benefits of exercise. What I get out of exercises. These are common benefits. You might be knowing it, but just I am reminding you. This reduces the risk of heart diseases. It's clear, many studies have shown heart diseases could be minimized or reduced with the help of exercise. Your body weight can be controlled. If you are a heavy person, you do aerobic activities, you get involved in aerobic activities, you can control your body weight. Improves blood cholesterol levels, prevents and manages hypertension and type 2 diabetes. Hypertension and diabetes, these are some of the lifestyle diseases. This diseases comes due to our irregular lifestyle. Then prevent bone loss, then helps manage stress and tension. This boosts your energy level, improves ability to fall asleep quickly and sleep well. See, another good point. Many are finding problem with sleep. Exercise improves the ability to fall asleep quickly and sleep well. improve self-image. You will look good, you will look good stature, then counters anxiety and depression and increase enthusiasm and optimism. Increase muscular strength, helps delay or prevent chronic illness and diseases associated with aging. Another crucial point. As we age, there are many diseases comes in, like wrinkles in your skin. Better exercise programs can improve the glossiness of your skin. So these are the benefits of exercise. Now, another another condition is obesity. It is an excess proportion of body fat, the fat around your body, that is excess proportion of fat. When his or her body weight is 20% more or above normal weight. I have a weight height chart. I'll show you. Then you will understand what actually it means. Occurs when we consume more calories than we burn. Very important. If you consume more calories, it get deposited. If at all you are not using it, it get deposited. Other factors like age, gender, genetics, physical activity, illness, psychological factors, medications, these factors can also influence getting obese. Now, this is body mass BMI, we call body mass index. This is the most common measure of obesity, how fat you are, and you will come to know this is the reliable indicator of total body fat. BMI equals weight in kilogram divided by height square in meters. So you yourself can calculate your BMI, weight in kilograms divided by height square in meters. So the norms say below 18.5 is underweight, 18.5 to 25 it is normal, 25 to 30 it is overweight, and above 30 we call it obese, that highly fatty persons. So these are the norms which you will find if you are fatty or normal, whatever it is. So you can just, if you know the weight and your height, you can calculate the body mass index. Now this is the daily calorie requirement of men. These are informations which you can, these are the information which you can use while you planning your physical activity or your life. A person with 60 kg of weight, I am talking about a man, the ordinary man or ordinary adult man. Because if you are doing a higher physical activity, the calorie requirement will be high. I'm talking about a normal man. A person with 60 kg weight, his daily calorie requirement is only 2,480 calories to around 2,500 calories if his age falls between 18 and 35. If his age is 36 and 55, still down or still a reduced requirement, 2,300 only. Then above 55, it is only 1,900. So as you age, the requirement comes down, because as you age, there is no regeneration or any other growth and development. You need to maintain whatever you have. That is the calorie requirement will be in a reduced mode. Now, these are the weight categories. Up to 90 kg it is given. If you are a 70 kg weight, your daily calorie requirement is 2,760, around 2,080. So with this, you can plan your diet even. Whatever calories. So okay, I am having 3 idlis or 4 idlis. What one idli gives? How many calories? If you know how many calories an idli have, that you can easily calculate the calorie requirement in a daily manner. Now this chart gives you the women daily calorie requirement. A 50 kg woman, if her age falls between 18 and 35, needs only 1860 calories. And this chart says the daily calorie requirement of women. Now this is the height and weight chart. These are the informations. Again, I tell you, these are the information which I give you. Anywhere or somewhere this will be useful in planning your life. See, suppose if you are a 5.10 feet height, 5.10 feet height, your weight should be between 68 to 73 kg. And different height categories or different weight categories are given, separate men and women, it is given. So you can have it from internet. It is available in that. And this is what I wanted to convey. I'll conclude here by saying the importance of being fit and healthy become more relevant, at least during these pandemic days. Healthy people could resist this disease, while physically weak people succumb to death. About 18 lakh people lost their lives due to this pandemic disease. So let's take the plunge of keeping ourselves physically fit and propagate the message of Fit India among our family members, friends, and neighbors, because this movement is not a government program. This movement is meant for the people of India. Let's join together for a healthier India. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, the organizers, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir, for an excellent speech. Participants, please, any questions? If you have any questions, please ask. Okay, we have 2 questions. First question is from Fasin. What are the steps to be taken by the educational institutions for a healthy nation?
I said during I said the Sports for Life, the non-governmental organization of Canada, they have given a wonderful outline how the program has to be executed at various levels. That is what I said. We should have a blueprint how the program should be executed in different levels, how it is to be executed in schools, how it is to be executed in colleges, how family has to move. So these are to be deliberated, discussed, and planned accordingly. I personally feel children should get enough time to play. I said about 60 minutes of play every student should. Then only we say the child grow healthy. Thank you.
Another question is from Hemalata. Sir, over the time, the sports persons get lots of internal injuries in their body, leading their life after that depends on medicines. Your opinion about it?
Again, please.
Over the time, the sports persons get lots of internal injuries in their body, leading their life after that depends on medicines. What's your opinion?
I think it is a result of faulty training. Because see, I'm afraid of telling this because the coaches may have other versions. The faulty training, I mean, is see, the people need performance for which they do anything. Every child has a potential at his stage, and the coach or whoever plans it needs to know the potential of the child. These injuries happens only because the child is overtrained. Injuries happen only because the child is overtrained. There are many cases, there are many reasons other than overtraining, but the main reason is overtraining. So the training schedule is proper. I'm sure this kinds of injuries will not happen. There are the versions are different for coaches. I do not know, but my opinion is the faulty training leads to injuries.
Okay, we have no more questions. Feedback is very helpful and motivating session. Thank you, sir, for nice presentation. Thank you, sir. Nice presentation. Okay, thanks for that. So, thank you, Professor Joshua, sir, for an excellent speech and question answer session. So, thank you, participants. We are stopping here. We will start tomorrow 9:30 sharp.